Okay, stepping forward a little bit, I lost some recording there, but anyway, I'll try and cover what I had recorded. So the stringers I cut to 555 millimeters. So I just taped them together, all side by side, and cut them all at once at 555 millimeters, which works out at, I don't know, more than 21 3/4, but less than 22. I don't know how you read these silly things down here. Oh, that's in sixteenths, it says. Sixteenths. 55 and a half. 16 eighths, 12, 4, 14 sixteenths, 7 eighths. Whew. Anyway, doing that, the offcut is enough to do the stringers. The single offcut is enough to do the stringers on top and bottom at the front with excess, with leftover. Now, when I put the stringers on, I pinned it to the board because it was just a lot to do when using super glue. It was a lot to do. Pinned it down to the building board, put that on. So there's now left and right. Okay, so long as you can see the words, so long as you can read them, and you're pressing everything onto the bench, you'll make a left and a right. If you consider, because there's a step there, there's a difference in thickness between the basswood doubler and the balsa and the stringers. The stringers are the same size, same thickness as the balsa. This is thinner. So if it was that way and you pressed it down and glued it all up, the step is going to be on the same side as the one on the right. You don't want to do that. I've already gone to fit the wing mount plate, which is part of step 7. I had to open up this hole there just a little bit with a file to get that a nice fit. And all the rest of it is pretty good at the moment. I still have to, it says here on step 7 to put the doublers in place, dry fit the wing mounting plate and bulkhead in F1 in place. So, okay, so there's F1. I'm going to have to go through and dry fit F1 in place. It looks like that's going to take some adjustment as well. So that's where we're basically up to. The outer push rods, push rod outers, try and make sure that they are not outside of the bulkhead, so that the fuselage side can glue properly. So you don't want that protruding past the side of the bulkhead. Same with the stringers, I guess. I did have an elaborate setup for that, but I won't bore you with that. Just, you can see these are taped together, and I just put the bulkhead in between. Boring. Alright, that's where we're up to now, so I've got to fit it, F1. Dry fit F1, yes. Alright, back soon. Step 8 involves gluing the fuselage sides together. That's these bits as opposed to these bits. So you don't want to be trying to do this. That doesn't work. I don't believe you can get this wrong either, upside down. Well, it's not going to fit on a ruler that way, so there is a notch here, a step there, and there's the step there. So that's obviously the wing seat through here. I don't know if you can see what I'm pointing at up there, probably not. Let's bring this back into here. There we go. That's a wing seat from there to there. So now you probably noticed that I've got the ruler underneath the film. so I don't get glue stuck everywhere. Just out of character for me, I know. Not. Okay, I'm going to use some slow on this one. It's my new favourite glue. I've never used slow before. Probably more my pace really, isn't it? Just put it down and slide them together. Pressing down, and give it a wipe, there we go. Holding, pressing down, holding. Might even give it just a quick mist with some Insta-Set. That should be enough, pray tell. And it is. Do the same to the other side. Step 9 is basically stand back and look what you've done, and then we'll move on to step 10, which is bringing it all together.